Alright, let's talk about Dragon Ball Super Episode 13, entitled Goku Super Saiyan Godo o Koete Yuke, which stands for Goku, Go Surpass Super Saiyan God, and quite an interesting turn of events on this week's episode. Now, I will say the first half of this episode I was not a big fan of. In fact, as I was watching the episode, by the time we hit that first commercial break, I was already thinking it was going to be a stinker. But they definitely picked it up with the second half of the episode. So, in the first half, almost the entire portion of the episode was Goku and Beerus struggling to push the energy onto each other where we left off last week. And of course, the whole universe continued to shake and be in danger. There was some very, very fun stuff with Mr. Satan. And one thing that popped me was the appearance of Jimmy Firecracker as an older guy. Now, those of you who are longtime Dragon Ball fans may remember Jimmy Firecracker as him being the ZTV announcer during the Cell game. We haven't seen that guy in a while. So then as the struggle continues, finally the beam just explodes and they go to commercial break. We come back. Mr. Satan is there and he thinks that the power of love that he had is what caused the miracle that saved the earth from exploding. So there you go. They're playing up that everybody's okay. Very, very, very good stuff here. Finally, we're done with that portion of the episode. It just really dragged the first half. Now, the second half, we go back to hand-to-hand combat. Beerus and Goku going back and forth with strikes. Beerus has the slight upper hand. Some really good fight choreography here. I really enjoyed it. They had a really great spot where Goku was nailing Beerus with headbutts. It looked like Beerus was going for that stabbing move to the gut that he hit Goku with a few episodes ago. Goku just freaking blocked it and then starts hitting him with headbutts. Now, I'm a big fan of headbutts. Anytime that you see headbutts in Dragon Ball, I mark out. Those of you remember the Zarbon versus Vegeta, the first fight they had where Zarbon just headbutts his ass fucking ruggedly. I love that shit. So, really, really good animation. Beerus starts to pick up on some of Goku's movements, and he's seeing his attacks, but Goku hits a big knee. Real good animation. Then Goku, just like in Battle of Gods, something that I didn't think we were going to see in this version of the events, has lost his god power. He's just back in his regular gold-haired SSJ form. All of a sudden, the Earthlings like Goten can sense ki, and Piccolo's like, what the hell happened? Well, Whis tells him, hey, Goku has lost the god power. This is not good. But of course, those of you who have seen Battle of Gods remember that. Of course, in Battle of Gods, when Goku had lost the god power, he reverted back to his base form. Then he exploded inside of the rocks, and then you hear Flo's hero song. Way more epic in the movie. I've been enjoying this fight in Super a little bit more, but the movie version of this was just so epic when Goku just burst out of the freaking rocks and shit. Not as epic here, but still, they kind of did something similar. Not with the song, but it was still, Goku still kind of had a rage, starts to attack an SSJ, connects with a right hand. Beerus was not expecting that one. Beerus then tells Goku, okay, you're not a god anymore. Goku just kind of sits there and is like, oh, I'm not? And then basically it appears like Goku absorbed the god power, which is exactly what he did in Battle of Gods. So they're duking it out again. Really good animation. Like the auras around them are just sparkling. It just looks really, really awesome. Very, very happy about it. And then at the end, Beerus and Goku both have this sinister laugh, which I really enjoyed. So basically, my review for this episode, it's not very long. The first half of this episode dragged on way too long. You literally could fast forward through it, although I'm sure most of you won't. It just went on forever. The second half was some good stuff here. Not anything earth-shattering with the exception of Goku tapping into the god power, inside of him. And, of course, the episode kind of hints that Goku will be surpassing the god power. So I'm guessing kind of what they're hinting at is that Goku in his SSJ golden form still is a little bit stronger than a god, or so it's implied. Again, I don't know for sure. We'll find out next week for sure. But not quite as strong as, of course, SS God SS, the blue-haired form, which is coming very, very soon. I have a video on my channel that explains the origin of that form and kind of, how it's a power increase from the regular God form. Goku will be learning that once he trains with Whis in upcoming episodes. I believe they're going to start training in episode 17 or 18. I've got another video on the channel talking about that. So the other thing to report is that there is a new ending song, just like expected. I talked about that as well, starting here with episode 13 of Super. The song is from a band called Key Talk, and it's called Starring Star. It's a decent song. I like it. I don't think it's as good as Hello, Hello, Hello by Good Morning America, but I really do like this song. Not as good as Good Morning America song, though. And I do like how in the credits now, it's kind of like split screen with this like blue kind of background. Like I really, really love kind of the artistic thought behind it. And the cool thing about the ending is that, the ending outro with the credit roll is that we see Baby Pan. She's there being held by Videl. So very excited about that coming very soon. Overall, this episode, thumbs in the middle. First half sucks. Second half was great. Not as great as episode 11, I don't think, which is still my favorite episode. Episode 10 was okay as well, but 10, 11 were probably the, really the peak of this fight. But we'll see where it goes next week. The fight's not over yet. Next week, the fight will continue, and I do believe that the fight is going to end next week. Either that or the week after, but if I was a betting man, next week is the week that the fight ends, and I think we are going to see something very similar happen like what happened in Battle of Gods movie, where Beerus probably launches an attack at Goku. Goku goes back to the God form, absorbs it, and then Beerus tells him, all right, you're pretty tough, bro, but you lost. And then Goku could say, I lost and I surrender and whatnot. But again, we'll see. Anyways, thanks for watching the review, y'all. Subscribe if you haven't. Thank you once again. Spread the word about the channel. And I will see y'all next week as the Battle of Gods concludes. Maybe.